All right, cool. Let's read our stories. I did not read the end of the last story, so do not read until the heroes have won the quest. We did won the quest, so I don't see any more of them. One of the heroes shouted, looking over the great sea for any sign of black sails. The corsairs had pursued them across many leagues of ocean. To see the horizon with no signs of the enemy was a great relief to the heroes and to the crew. I don't understand, Kaflan says quietly. Gondor is a hated enemy of the corsairs in Umbar. It's true, but why would these corsairs pursue us for so long and so far? I'm more concerned with the fact that they were so far north to begin with, the hero chimes in. We were only several days from the havens when we first spotted them. It can't be a coincidence, she concluded. They must have followed your ships from Dol Amroth. Kaflan's eyes widened and he was stricken with concern. What? But I hadn't seen any signs of them in my voyage north. He gripped the ropes of the ship tightly, his knuckles turning white. It pains me greatly to think that my actions may have put the elves of the havens in danger. I hope that Círdan will forgive me. The hero comforted Kaflan with a smile. Don't worry, all this confirms that our journey is not in vain. The corsairs must have pursued us for a reason. Our aim should be to discover that reason. Let us find the island from your dream and see ourselves with what secrets it holds. Turns into the fate of Númenor, difficulty level of 5. The sky was bathed in a beautiful sunrise, the bright orange sun rising over the peak of the mountain just as Kaflan had described. Land ho! A sailor shouted, and the fleet buzzed with activity. The island was large, dominated in its center by the... I lost my spot. Dominated in the center by the peak of what must have once been a tall mountain. Deep in the island's dense jungles were broken towers and ancient ruins. So it does exist, Kaflan whispers as he reached the bow of the ship, looking out over to the island with a great relief. I'm glad I did not lead us into the middle of the Belgiria for naught. The heroes shared Kaflan's relief, but it was always suspected the island was real. The wise Círdan would have otherwise not have sent them on such a dangerous voyage. The ships were anchored off the western coast of the island, and the crews lowered small canoes onto the surface of the ocean. The company prepared to disembark and make their way to the shore, arming themselves in the case the island proved dangerous, and making sure to take enough rations for several days. You should stay here, one of the heroes told Kaflan as they prepared to leave. You've done your part in helping us find the island. Now it's time for us to do ours. Kaflan shook his head, refused, determined. No, I must go with you, he explained. I may not be able to lead us once we are on the island, but I've spent the better part of a year envisioning this day. I need to set foot upon that shore and see the ruins of Númenor for myself. The heroes looked amongst themselves with worry, but none can bring themselves to refuse Kaflan's request. We know not what the secrets or dangers the island may hold, one of them said, but this be your will. We shall honor it and protect you. Kaflan nodded without deliberate. Yeah, he's gonna need protecting. The company boarded the smaller vessels and set forth, rowing in the direction of the uncharted shore. Alrighty, so the uncharted is a new keyword here. These are going to be all double-sided location cards, and they're kind of symbolizing, and they are the unexplored areas of Middle Earth. And so when these come into the encounter or into the staging area, they are on the uncharted side. They cannot have player card attachments. After it becomes the active location, that's when we flip it over, and then we can remove 4 progress from the island to look at its face on side. So we can travel and flip into whatever it is. So this turns into the flooded ruin. While the flooded ruin is the active location, it contributes its threat to the staging area. So we are preparing this deck. This is very similar to the Corsair deck, except it's for locations. We do have a good bit of enemies in here, and the enemies look pretty mean. So I'm thinking that I want to run a Gondor type strategy. I have not really done a lot of Gondor, like pure Gondor. I've played with the Gondor heroes, but I feel like I feel like we can build a Gondor. And since we are looking for Númenor, I felt like that would be somewhat thematic. We don't get to prepare our fleets. I know we will do more fleet stuff in the future, but I really enjoyed the fleets, and I was like, ooh, I wanna do fleets. I finished switching my Marvel champions over to the side loading sheets, Very nice. Very, very nice. So this is up next. We're switching these over next. Okay. Cool. Alrighty. So we've got Gondor. I think let's start with tactics. I want to run tactics because we didn't get to run tactics last time. So we've got Boromir. We've got Malblanc and Baragond. Baragond. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I really enjoy this hero. I think he's just a ton of fun. I want to play with leadership Boromir because I feel like I haven't played with leadership Boromir. I actually don't know if I've ever tabled leadership Boromir. So we're gonna grab leadership Boromir. And what's the worst that can happen when you have 21 threats on your first two heroes? I think we jumped to Spirit. It feels like this is gonna be a very high quest game. Hey, Canadian Mustache, how's it going? Welcome. Happy Friday. Especially with all the locations, we have a lot of location control in blue, and so I feel like the last hero probably wants to come from the blue sphere. We got Eleanor, Kaldjara. Those are only two Gondors in blue. Interesting. Hey, Ron, how's it going? Welcome. Hope you're doing well. I played Lord of the Rings and got beat by enemies engaging me. Yeah, it's tough. Lord of the Rings is... Were you playing solo or are you playing multiplayer? Because there's so much to manage in Lord of the Rings, which makes it kind of fun, but it's also pretty scary. I don't feel like I've played a lot of Kaldjara. Also, I just very much dislike Eleanor. So Kaldjara, discard Kaldjara to put one spirit ally from your discard pile into play for each other hero you control with the printed spirit. I feel like that's worse than Eleanor. We could also have some Rohan help. I feel like, or Noldor. Actually, we could probably have some Noldor help. That could be thematic. Go Círdan. Solo, yeah. Enemies are mean in Lord of the Rings. Hey, Pure Bones. Good afternoon. Hope you're having a nice day. Thank you. I am. Hope you're having a fantastic day as well. Also, we're playing Theoden at some point because Theoden at some point because I want to run that with the ship and discount the first Rohan ally by 2 at some point. That sounds fun. Kaldjara gets way better after a few cards come out. That makes sense. I was like, what if we go Arwen? Discard a card from your hand to add a resource to Noldor's hero resource pool. Or to Aragorn's resource pool. Okay, so I'm thinking Arwen or Círdan. What are we thinking? We have a preference between those two. Arwen is the one I just described. Círdan is the draw an additional card at the beginning of the resource phase. I'm actually I think I may take back that question. I think we're gonna run Arwen. We just played Círdan. We played a good bit of Galadriel. Looking at Noldor stuff. I guess we could go Glorfindel. I played so much Glorfindel. Let's try Arwen again. Because I feel like we did play Arwen once, but Arwen deserves more. Okay. So we can throw resources in Arwen's pool. So that's going to be a nice resource ramp. Boromir is all about having resources for Gondor allies, and so kind of similar to what we were doing last time with the dwarves, I think we're going to go through and try and find some Gondor allies, because when Boromir has at least one resource in his resource pool, all Gondor allies get +1 fight, and we like fight. All right. The other thing that I did with the Marvel Champions cards is, like, I have it separated with the section which is allies then cost. So like all the allies are here, right? We go allies, and then we go side schemes, then we go 0 cost, 1 cost, etc., etc. What I started doing is, instead of starting on this page, I started here, and so now you like open and you can see all the cards, and it's just like, it's that small adjustment that's just such a nice little change. So we got Faramir. We're definitely gonna grab. Let's grab 2 copies of Faramir. We can exhaust Faramir in order to give everybody, all of our allies, +1 willpower until the end of the phase. Yeah, until the end of the phase. So Faramir is gonna be nice. We like Faramir. Okay, there's Gondor. We got Guard of the Citadel, a 2/1/2/0. Once we have that resource pool, I'm good with that. Let's grab 2 of those. I also, a nice little chump blocker for 2. But Guard of the Citadel is a core set card, and I don't think I've played with Guard in a long time. Where are you? Here, all the way at the back. There we go. 2 of those. Snowborn Scouts, Hobbits, Dunedain. Dunedain, Noldor, Dwarf, Gondor. The Aaron Rider. Exhaust Aaron Rider to move 1 resource from the resource pool of a hero you control to another hero's resource pool. Let's grab 2 of those. Because we got pretty nice resource generation. We are going to go Steward of Gondor. Probably on Boromir would be my guess. And then based on the resource curve of the deck, we may run a couple of songs to get him maybe the tactic sphere. I feel like with Arwen, we'll be okay with her resource generation with the discarding cards. Because we're going to be running Elven Light, and that's the whole combo there. Yo, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Looking for Aaron Rider? I just pass it. 1 cost. Okay. Apparently I don't have Aaron Riders. Oh. Oh, I've never played with Aaron Riders. Interesting. I've actually never tabled these. Guard is cool with the buffs from Boromir and Visionary Leadership, but he's straight outclassed by Peligir Ship Captain. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Is Peligir Ship Captain a Gondor? Got Citadel Custodian. Lower the cost to play him by 1 for each Gondor ally in play. He's a 1/0/1. Yeah, we'll grab Citadel. Yeah, I feel like a lot of these cards actually I have not even unsleeved, so I have not played with a lot of these, which is pretty exciting. Or I have not sleeved. Yeah, same cost, same stats, top right of the page you're on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that seems way better. What is the goal of the game? Yeah, so this is Lord of the Rings, and so it's a cooperative / solo game where what we're doing is we're assembling basically a deck. So if you've played Pokemon, Lord of the Rings, Magic the Gathering, it's similar to that where it's a deck construction. So we're building a deck to take on the challenge that is presented to us. It's a story-driven game, and so right now it's a custom story that the game designers have created, where we are looking for the lost city of Númenor. And so the last session, we boarded a boat and we found an island, and now we are debarking on the island and we are going to be exploring the island. Now on the island, this is the island deck. There are enemies, there are locations, there are treacheries, bad things are going to be happen, and we're trying to figure out what happened in Númenor. Guard is a vanilla ship captain, has an effect. Yeah. We'll swap those out. Yeah. I don't know why I thought that I had a... It literally straight up is the same card, just better. Okay. Herald of Anarian. You may give it Doom 2 when you play it from your hand. If you do, it gains. After you play it, choose a player. That player may put into play one ally from his hand with a printed cost of 2 or lower. That's interesting. We're going to look at other cards. There's a lot of Gondor. Wow. It's +1/+1/+1 while your threat is 40 or higher. How dangerous. Gets +1 willpower for each hero you control with at least one hero or one resource in its resource pool. Yeah, let's grab Angle. Big money. Okay. Choose a Gondor hero, add one resource to that hero's resource pool. I feel like card draw is going to be... Well, we're going to have Elven Light. I think we're just going to grab Steward. Yeah, I'm going through these cards and I'm realizing that I have not played Gondor, like, at all. Which is kind of exciting. Attached to a Gondor ally, they get the Outlands trait. Good evening. Glad to be able to catch a Lord of the Rings stream finally. Hey, how's it going, Unkuth? How you doing? Also, I have not been responding, but you asked what watch I had, right? On that video. I haven't responded to any of the comments on that video. But you were asking what watch I was wearing, I think? Yes, it's a Garmin Venu 3. So it's a Garmin watch. Hope that helps. Herald of gets into the Valor to boost the Veteran of Osgiliath. Ooh, okay, well, that intrigued me. The Veteran of Osgiliath. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. It does. I've been looking at a Garmin myself to upgrade my current watch. I switched from an Apple Watch to the Garmin, and no regrets whatsoever. Garmin, I think, is a better watch, and it's cheap. I don't know if it's that much cheaper, but it's better. It's better. All of the features that I'm missing out from the Apple Watch to the Garmin, I never used, and Garmin is just better at like tracking. It's better at just. It's way more customizable as well. So I recommend it. Rohan, all of the Rohans. I'm wondering if we run Northern Tracker regardless, even though it's not necessarily within the theme, but since we can place progress on these locations and flip it over to kind of see, I'm wondering if that is worth it. Let's grab Elven Light before we forget. Yeah, of course. Yeah. I saw that and I saw that response. Or I saw that and I was like, I do really want to respond, but I just haven't responded to any of the comments yet. And so I'm glad that you're here so I could actually answer that real quick. Cool. Oh, Ancient Matham's going to be really interesting here. So we attach it to a location, and then after we explore that location, we get to draw 3 cards. Because we're not running lore, but we are running Elven Light. We'll run Ancient Math. I mean, we can cut it if we absolutely need to, but it's a card we haven't seen in a while. Hey, Captain Atreides. We'll be upgrading from a Samsung watch. Need something rugged because I've ruined my display being reckless at the gym. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I've banged the heck out of this watch and I haven't had any issues with it yet. Looking for Gondor. Peligru Shipwright. Gets +1 for each hero you control with a printed spirit resource. Not really what we're looking for. Craftsman. After an encounter card with Surge is revealed, discard No. That feels so situational. The Craftsman. Damrod, probably not. We're going to be looking for things that deal with allies. Attached to a Gondor or Dunedain hero. Spend 1 resource to give +1. Okay, yeah. Strength of Will. After you travel to a location, exhaust a spirit character to place 2 progress on that location. That could be kind of interesting. I'm not 100% sure. Not 100% sure how frequently we're actually going to be needing that. That may be something that we roll back and do later. Let's grab Elrond's Council. Spirit never really got a lot of Gondor cards. Nice, yeah. I'm okay with them kind of delineating like archetypes into, you know, specific like spheres. I think that's cool. It also probably helps them balance a little bit. Hobbit. Hasty stroke. Don't be hasty. Discard the bottom card of the defending player's deck. If it's printed cost 2 or less, it gets +2. Destroys an ally. Places that ally on the bottom of their deck. I don't see a ton of horrible shadow effects here. So I think we'll pass on that, but maybe the Wind Revealed. Yeah, I feel like Wind Revealed is going to be tough. So we'll grab a Test of Will. We could go Light of Valinor for Arwen. Not 100% sure what I would use. Actually, Light of Valinor on a Noldor Spirit hero combined with, what is it, Ever Vigilant? Strength of Will, which is interesting because you can quest with Arwen for 3. And then if you travel to a location, you can then exhaust her. And like she is a 2/3, so I don't see her doing too much defending. You can exhaust her and get the ability to place 2 resources. That's interesting. We'll take a look at the deck construction at the end, but kind of be thinking about that to come back to. Yeah, the Wind Reveal effects in this quest deck will hit really hard. Nice. Okay, that's good. Good to know. After the attached hero commits to a quest, discard a card from your hand to place 2 progress on the active location. Let's take Steed. Steed of Amarchus. Grab 2 of those for Arwen, because we will be committing Arwen to the quest. I don't think that there's any... I don't think there's any time where I'm not committing Arwen. Okay. Noldor. Dwarf. Unexpected Courage. Potentially for Baragond. I'm gonna put these over to the side just to remind myself. Attached to a Rohan hero. Gladrium's Greeting. It's kind of hard not to run like Gladriums at some, you know, especially when we're starting. What are we starting at? 30. Let's see where our deck is at. What's our makeup? That's a enemy card. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So 29. So we still have a good headroom for... Really? Yeah, okay. All right, so Gondor stuff in Tactics. The Gondorian Spearman. Probably grab him. another card or another character that we have not seen in a little bit. And actually break these out into groups of 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, so 31. Let's grab another copy. Mandalorian Spearman. The Defender of Ramos. I really like Defender. And then we're going to also be looking for a good number of weapon attachments for us. Knight of Minas Tirith. Nope, we don't all have tactics. I think we'll probably go with a Bofer here. I feel like Bofer to help get some of the attachments. Let's grab a Bofer. It's not a Gondor, but it is a Bofer. We're fans of Bofer here. No, I was like, we'll grab Boromir. I was like, nope, we can't do that. We have Boromir already. Okay. Honor Guard. Exhaust Honor Guard to cancel 1 point of damage just dealt to a character. Exhaust and discard Honor Guard to cancel to 5 points dealt to a character as a Valor response. Why not, right? Honor Guard. It's a card I have not played with, so I have slight preference towards it now. We got the Guard. You can give it Doomed 1 when you play it from your hand. If you do, after you play the Guard, choose a character until the end of the round. That character gets +2 and gains Sentinel. Interesting. Alrighty. Winning Hand! If Vision isn't in this deck, I'm subbing. We have something that is akin to Vision in the deck because we are... There's a card that we're putting in that I just passed. We haven't actually got to. That's going to give all our enemies -1 attack. Does that count? Is that worth it? Is that sorry I had to? Yeah, I mean, but like we're putting in Vision of what Vision can be in the deck. Oh, the Gondorian Fire is really interesting, especially Boromir if we're just going to go crazy with the resources. Let's get our weapons, actually. Let's get our weapons. They got the Gondorian shield. Grab the Goblin Cleaver. 2 free damage. Let's not, actually. Gondorian shield. Loving the content as always. Oh, thank you so very much. Thank you. Ready a Gondor character. That character gets +1 defense until the end of the phase. I actually don't know how much I'm going to need that. We're going to take Captain of Gondor. So after you optionally engage an enemy, we can exhaust it to give a warrior character, which is going to be Baragon, +1/+1. And then we probably want Spear the Citadel attached to a tactics character. After the attached character is declared as a defender, deal 1 damage to the attacking enemy. I love Baragon. Such a fun combo with the shield with 6 defense and then just defending. We're gonna run the Unexpected Courage. We'll probably run Song of Battle as well, depending on how many of these we get. Where's my spear? Oh, I cut the deck right to it. Nice. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we got 7 cards left. 5 cards left. After cancel 1 point of damage just dealt to the character of Raven Winged Helm. Horns Cry. All enemies get -1. There's our vision card, right? Elven Mail. I don't need Elven Mail. Okay. I think at this point we probably just want to start filling in with, or actually there was something. Goblin Cleaver might be pretty good here. Those 2 damage plus gun kills quite a few. Ooh. Okay, yeah, let's screw that. Let's do that. Because we can exhaust those weapons and it's totally fine. Goblin Cleaver. I do like Goblin Cleaver. I think that's a fun card. Foe Hammer is also really fun. Goblin Cleaver right here. And then we got 2 cards left, which I think we may use for a song. We got a good number of tactics. And, oh wait, we have the resource generation of just Arwen straight up having resource generation. So we're going to, let's try Song of Battle, because then also that gives us the tactics resource, which means that we can attach our second spear to Boromir, and Boromir can do some defending in a pinch. So let's do that. Which LCG was your first? So FFG LCG, I played Marvel Champions first. My first game that followed the LCG model was Summoner Wars back in, shoot, a long time ago. But I went, actually, technically I played Arkham Horror one time online, like during pandemic. So like I played the core campaign through. But Marvel Champions was my first LCG that I would say, like I really dove into. Then I went to Lord of the Rings, and then I finished it up with Arkham. And ever since I've started playing, I just enjoy them more and more. Where's my Song of Battle? This is the tough thing about having a larger card pool, is you you run out of, or it takes a while to find some cards. There it is. Okay. Which IP do you like the most? Oh, 100% Lord of the Rings. Yeah, Lord of the Rings. When I started playing Marvel, I actually started, and I didn't really even know the Marvel IP that well. Marvel Champions has helped me appreciate the IP of Marvel more, not vice versa. So like I didn't get into it because it was a like a passion of mine. Like I watched all the movies. I thought they were fun. I was like, oh, cool, Marvel. But like, it wasn't anything that I like found myself. I wouldn't say that I was a Marvel fan at that point. I got it because literally someone told me that it was a better version of Legendary, and I had played a stupid amount of Legendary in my life, and I was like, okay. So I bought it, and Champions actually sat on my shelf and shrink for like 6 to 8 months before I ever even opened it. And then I opened it in 21 March, or I think it was like May or March of 2021, and I played, it was like it was my first solo game that I ever played. And I played so much of that game. As soon as we opened it, I just played so much of that game. And I just kept playing. I kept playing. And it got to the point where I would go to my local store like probably every other day, once every 3 days, to pick up a new hero pack. And like I told myself, like I limited myself to buying it slowly, which broke down pretty quickly, honestly. But I would like play, and I remember going to buy like Black Widow, and I would come home and I play Black Widow. I play like 10 games of Black Widow, and then, you know, a couple days later I'd go back and I'd buy Red Skull, and I'd buy a lot of that. And then I started rewatching the MCU because of the game. I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to watch the MCU because I kind of have an understanding of who some of these characters are now. So I'm going to watch the MCU. And when I was doing that, every single movie, I tried to do a thematic matchup, which is kind of the roots of the MCCU series that I'm doing now, where this was before I was even streaming the game. I would be like, okay, like we're going to watch Captain America. I'm going to play Captain America. And I started doing that. So I rewatched the MCU and just kind of got more and more into Marvel. This feels like a very thin encounter deck. And then just started to grow and appreciate Marvel even more. That being said, Lord of the Rings is a passion of mine. I love Lord of the Rings. And so that's definitely my first love is Lord of the Rings. And I got Lord of the Rings because of Jason D20. So a long time ago, Jason and I were in a board game collective group called the Board Vengers, which is no longer around. But back before we were streaming, I had a podcast and Instagram. Jason and I met on Instagram. There was a group of us on Instagram that got together and we started doing content together. And Jason got me into Marvel Champions and then Lord of the Rings and helped me kind of get into it all. So, alrighty. Explore the island. You arrive on the island's western beach, the edge of a dense jungle looming beyond. With no map to guide you and no idea of what to expect, you venture forward deeper into the island. Set Shrine of Morgoth aside out of play. Prepare the Uncharted deck. Add 2 copies of the Lost Island to the staging area. 3 copies if there are 3 more players. The first player takes control of Kaflon. Kaflon is a 1/0/1/3. If he dies, we lose because we have to protect him or whatever. He is Gondor. The first player, so he actually does get a +1 attack, which I think is really funny with Boromir. We can exhaust Kaflon to look at the bottom card of our deck. Then we may switch that card with a card in our hand. Yeah. Hey, Sheepy, how's it going? Yeah, thanks. And then, so, yeah. Let's get this started. I'll continue with the origin story. Progress cannot be placed on Explore the Island except by quest effects, which I think is that, right? After a location is explored, there it is. Add progress to explore the island equal to that printed quest points. When a uncharted location becomes the active location, add 1 copy of Lost Island. So we're always going to have 2 copies of Lost Island here. Let's get a 0 there. Perfect. So these are uncharted. They're the double-sided cards. Cannot have player card attachments. After it becomes the active location, flip it. We can remove 4 progress. And whenever we do flip it, we do remove all the progress from it. We'll get started with a hand of 6 cards. I assume that Ancient Matham stays on the location when I flip it, or does it become a new location at that point and we lose Ancient Matham? I don't think I ever really thought about that. Got the Gondor Spearman, Matham, Elrond's Council, Elven Light, and a Guard Citadel. We do have an Elven Light here, so we could start potentially drawing into more, and that card draw gets pretty incredible very quickly with Arwen. So it may be worth keeping this. Oh, let's set our threat. We got 30. I'm tempted to keep it. Just because Elven Light, like the deck functions off of Elven Light. So let's keep it. Pass out money. It's the same location as far as I know, so no. So math should stay on. Okay, sweet. Yeah, I didn't know because it changed title, but it's the same physical card, so it makes sense to me that it would stay. We get to draw into a test of will. Alrighty. So we're gonna discard a card to give a Noldor resource, and then we're gonna spend one to play Elven Light from our hand. We get to draw a card, which is Spear. Let's play Spear on Baragon. Oh, hoo-hoo, okay, perfect. Nice. Okay, so I did all that. I was doing YouTube, I was doing the podcast. Then Jason and we actually started streaming Marvel Champions mid 2021, which it's already 2024. That's wild to me. Mid 2021 under the Fantasy and Some Flights umbrella. This was before, I think Jason had a YouTube channel, but I don't think he was posting on it super frequently. And we were just streaming, and we were straight up streaming to 0 people. We just got on. We spent 30 minutes at the beginning of every stream working out all the technical quirks and everything. And then we would play Marvel Champions, and then we would stop. And like we were super inconsistent. It was just a ton of fun. And then at that point, I realized that on the podcast, I was like, I'm talking about Marvel Champions all the time. And so it was kind of it was a game that I really enjoyed. It's a passion of mine. And so I started the channel, which at that point was called The Living Card Gamer. And I changed that for a couple of reasons. One, I wanted to start covering games that were not living card games per se, but also living card games is a trademark term. And so I was like, I don't think I'm going to step on any toes, but just in case, I'm going to switch. And now that's why I'm Nelson All Over Cards, because I actually started and I made that switch at the same time that the podcast ended. My podcast ended, and I started a YouTube channel called Nelson All Over, and that didn't last super long because I started that channel thinking that I was going to be doing a lot of board game stuff, and then that's when this channel started to really kind of take off, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to focus here. And I get like a lot of my creative board game stuff with my company that I run, with the local game stores and everything, and then also working with Man vs. Meeple. I do a lot of board game stuff with them, and so it's like I get my fix everywhere. Okay. I probably should have brought more ways to discard cards. Now that I'm thinking about it, with Arwen, this is only once per round to be able to discard Elven Light, so I probably should have brought more ways to discard cards. Alrighty, let's go ahead and quest. So we'll go 3 for Arwen. We're showing 4. We'll go Cathalon and Boromir. Total of 5. We're showing 4. Flip into a 3. Servant of the Deceiver. When it engages you, look at the top card of your deck. If its printed costs a 2 or less, place it on the bottom of your deck, and it gets +2 attack until the end of the round. Bummer. It's a 3/3/4/3. Jeez. And it has a 3 threat. So we're looking at 7. We quested for 5, so we raise our threat by 2 up to 32. And we'll go ahead and travel here. So after it becomes the active location, flip it over. It's the Cursed Temple. While Cursed Temple is in the active location, characters with less than 2 willpower do not ready during the Oh my gosh, that's bad. None of my characters are readying. Bummer. Okay. We'll fill in. Uh-oh. That's so bad. Are you going to post a vid for your Astronauts game? Yes. Oh, hey, Kevin. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, that should be up. I think it's scheduled for... Now, maybe 1 o'clock or 4 o'clock today. I don't actually remember what happened or when it was. So that's exciting. We're really happy about that. That actually straight up may be a scoop, because I don't know how to I don't know how to not, and maybe we need to be thinking about Lorien guides a little bit more. If we go Lorien guides, when they commit to a quest, you place progress on the active location, and then now the strength of will also seems really good, where we can exhaust a spirit hero to place 2. How many of those are there? Okay, there's at least one more cursed temple. That's a bummer. Okay, well, we'll play it out. Let's see what happens, but I don't love it. We will engage here. We're gonna take a look. It does cost 2, so he gets +2. And he gets +2. Alrighty. He's going to attack. We're gonna defend, which will give a damage here. He's attacking for 5. We're defending for 4. No shadow effect, so we take a damage. But we need to get the threat out of the staging area. Did you add a new Uncharted? Yeah. So, new one out there. Awesome, looking forward to it. I have Astro Nightbot sitting unopened on the shelf and been looking for some motivation to crack it open and give it a go. It's a really good game. I hope you enjoy it. But yeah. So that video should be up very soon. Alrighty. But now we're not readying, but I think not readying here is better. So let's go ahead and ready here. Pass out money. We don't ready there. We draw into Steed. If your hero commits to a quest, discard a card to place 2 progress on the active location. That's so good for us right now. Alright, we're going to discard Elven Light to give a resource. We'll play Elven Light from our discard pile to draw a card, which is the Errand Rider. I'm going to spend 2 to play the Gondorian Spearman. We're going to spend 1 to play the Steed. We're going to spend 1 from Boromir to play the Errand Rider, and we are going to move this resource over to Baragond, because then we can drop another Gondorian Spearman next turn, and we have a answer for the Servant Deceiver, because Gondorian. Okay. Looks like Gondor is a really bad matchup against this. Oh, really? It'll be okay. We're fine. It's gonna be fine. It's really cool. Like you're exploring and like you run across a cursed temple and now everything is bad. All right. So we are going to quest for 3. We're showing 4. Flip into Doom 2. 1, 2. Add 1 copy of Lost Island from the top of the Uncharted deck to the staging area. Remove all progress from each Uncharted location in the staging area. Shuffle them so they don't know what is what. I think we're going to go ahead and test of will that. Mainly because I can't quest out over 7. Low willpower and cheap allies are bad in this quest. Yay, we did it. What's kind of interesting is with less than 2 willpower is if we get Faramir out, we can actually use Faramir in the refresh phase to refresh all of our allies. So I think we'll be able to clear this at some point, but we'll go ahead and toss Elven Light to place 2 progress here. But it's just kind of funny that we can use that outside of the quest phase for a nice benefit. We're at 34 threat, which is less than ideal, but we did quest for 3. We're showing 4. We'll increase our threat to 35. Okay. We'll defend with the Spearman, and we're attacking for 3. Okay. We will stand up, increase our threat to 36, draw into the Goblin Cleaver, Could call in Goblin Cleaver. I like that, because this is going to get me out of some sticky situations. Let's go 1, 1, 1. We'll spend 2 here to play the Spearman. You don't have an action window prior to reading cards, so Faramir wouldn't work, unfortunately. Are you oh, really? You would need Visionary Leadership. Ah, cool. Ah, oh well, yeah. Just kidding. Ignore me. We're going to discard Citadel to give us 1 here. We're going to play 1 for a Ancient Matham there. And then we're going to spend 1 to play Elven Light from our discard pile and draw a card, which is a Gladrian's Greeting. Alrighty, cool. We'll quest for 3. Flip into Throng of Unfaithful. Surge. When it's destroyed, discard the bottom card of the engaged player's deck. If that card printed cost is 2 or less, return this to the top of the encounter deck. Yikes. Surges into a Drowned Dead. And now we're starting to get very, very scared here. When it attacks and destroys an ally, place that ally on the bottom of the owner's deck. Okay. So we're showing 3, 5, 7. So we raise our threat by 1, 2, 3, 4. Up to 40. But we will... Oh, this is after... I thought it was after the hero is... We'll discard to clear this. I assume this has its own discard pile. Clears, we get to draw into a Steward of Gondor, Faramir, and a Gondorian Shield. Are any of these okay to travel to? We did move that, so that's going to be 3 here. Goblin Cleaver about to save a hero's life, right? Well, actually, I don't... Is it? I get... Yeah, we can kill the Drowned Dead if we block with the Spearman. But then we have this unblocked, and we have to take an unblocked damage of 2. Which is fine. I mean, it's not good, but it's fine. We'll probably throw that on Boromir. Lost Island gets shuffled into the Lost Island deck when they leave. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. I hate that, but thank you. Oh, geez. Okay, so Lost Island is going to be a problem throughout the entire game. Cool. Uh-oh. Kill the guy who's already damaged. Block with your 2 allies. Yeah. Okay. We're going to travel here. Drown Graves. While it's flipped over, while active, discard the top X cards of the encounter deck. Each player adds an undead enemy discarded by this effect to the staging area. X is 2 more than the numbers of player in the game. Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3. That was big. That was big for us. Yeah. I hate it too. Or just take the little guy and offended, like you said. Yeah, so both of these engage us. This is after he destroys... After he is destroyed. Discard the bottom card of the engaged player's deck. Okay. So let's pass out shadow cards here. Let's play Goblin Cleaver to exhaust Spear to deal 2 damage to here. So you get 3 progress on the quest from exploring the look. Yeah, so I keep it here. Sorry. Yeah, I use the health dial as the progress. Don't forget the force after location is explored. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, sorry, so we got 3 there. Yeah. I switched to that because, especially like with a quest with 20, like all of these get so... It gets hard to start counting. keep counting. Okay, so we are going to block here. But that puts the Gondorian Spearman on the bottom. Well, it's going to do it regardless. So yeah, we'll block here. Actually, no. After it's declared a defender, you deal it. So this actually does... the attack doesn't even resolve. Gondorian Spearman's OP. Let's go ahead and block here. So it's going to be 3. Shadow. If the attack destroys an ally, place it on the bottom of our deck. And we'll take this undefended. For 2, discard the bottom of the defending player's deck. Oh, it gets +2 attack. Ah! So 4 damage on board. That progress tracker is so cool. Yeah, this is from Buy the Same Token. It's actually magnetic. So you can swap these in and out. They have different colors and stuff. And so it's... I think this is one of the nicer things Buy the Same Token makes. I can see how that would be a problem. I am the Otter King. Thank you for the resubscription with Prime. I appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Hope you're having a good day. That's why I thought the Goblin Cleaver would be good. Don't even deal with the attack. Good call. Very, very good call there. Alrighty, so Boromir certain. That's cool. But now we can ready, which is nice. Okay. Stand up. Increase our threat to 41. Dislike that sentence. Draw into the ship captain. Pass out money. And here we go. Let's spend 2 to play Steward on Boromir. Give him 2. We'll play the Shield. Baragond. We'll use the ship captain, or we'll use Boromir to play ship captain, and we'll move a tactics resource over to Arwen. We're going to spend 1 to play the Elven Light from our discard pile to draw into Defender of Ramas. Now I kind of wish I had moved that, but here we are. I don't know why I moved that. Oh well. We'll play Elven Light, or we'll discard Elven Light to get +1. We're not going to do that yet, because I want to be able to use it for Steed if we want to. Hey, Roland, how's it going? Hello again. Okay. Nice thing is we do have Galadrians, we do have Elrond's Council, so we have 9 threat reduction in our hand. We can take this guy out, and then we can slowly start pinging our Throg here. I would like to grab a Unexpected Courage. If we can figure that out soon, that'd be nice. We're showing 4. Let's go ahead and quest for 3. 4, 5 to the 4. We need to drop Faramir soon too. I'm gonna flip into a 3. Ugh. Fret bad. 1, 2. Let's go ahead and we're gonna keep this a while. I think we need to have the security of this and not risk flipping into something super evil, because this is a forced win flipped effect. And so we're going to hang out here for a little bit and build. Okay. Yeah, so we'll toss Elven Light to give a resource then. We're at 43. Okay, we should be fine. This engages us. Look at the top card of your deck. If it's a printed cost of 2 or less, it is. Place it on the bottom of your deck. Then it gets +2 until the end of the phase. Ah ha ha. Okay. We've got the Spearman. We'll block here. This is going to be that shadow card. think we'll block with Baragon here. So it's 5 to 6 plus 0. We got a damage there. And then our ship captain will take this attack. This destroys an ally. Place that ally on the bottom of our deck. We also have the Cathlon response where we can look and swap the bottom card of our deck. But I'm not 100% sure how much I need or should be doing that. Okay. Let's unexhaust. Increase our threat to 44. We'll draw into a Citadel Custodian. Pass out money. Let's spend 1 to play Elven Light to draw into an Ancient Matham. Interesting. I think we'll hang on to that. Because I think I want to play Gladrim's Greeting at some point. Let's toss Elven Light to give 1 here. Let's go ahead and spend 3 to play Gladrim's. Reduce our threat by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cathlon is good to put expensive cards on the bottom since the quest punishes having low cards. Oh, that's smart. Let's go ahead and Cathlon. Swap Citadel Custodian with the ship captain. Genius. Genius. Yes. Yes. Beautiful. And then, oh, heck yeah, let's go. Then we're going to spend 2 to play the ship captain. We're going to move this resource over to Baragon. And then we're going to use Baragon to play another, or to play Defender. Hype. Yeah. That's hype. Alrighty, fun. Sweet. We need to figure out questing. Questing is something that we are not good at. Once we drop Faramir, we'll be much better at it, but we need to figure that out. So let's go with 3, 4. We're showing 4. Five. Flip into another servant. Ah, there's so many enemies. Ah, where's this playmat from? Oh, I got it off of Etsy. I think it's Rollin' Mats is what it's called. Rollin' Mats on Etsy, and it's yeah, that's it. Okay. So we quested for 5. We're now showing 7. 1, 2. Go up to 40. This guy engages us. Look at the bottom. Is less than 2. Or is not less than 2. Let's pass out shadows. Okay. Oh, we're going to lose a spearman. That's fine. We'll block here with the defender. No shadow effect. Nothing but enemies, right? Right? We'll have Baragon block here. Discard the bottom card of your deck. If it's 2 or less, the attacking enemy makes an additional attack. It's not. Then I think unfortunately we have to block with here. No shadow. Okay. Increase our threat to 41. Yeah. Stand up. Pass out money. Draw into Beaufort. Let's spend one to play Elven Light from our discard pile. And we'll draw into Song of Battle. Intriguing. I think we're going to... No, we're going to play Bofer. We have to play Bofer just for the 2 questing. This is an issue here, though. We have a block, we can chump, and then we do have a block. So if we flip another enemy, there's 10 enemies in this deck. I think you've seen most of them. Ooh, thank you. That's great information. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. So no more enemies. So yes, so we can use that information very effectively because we can chump, we can block, we can block. Actually, we'll probably block here. And then we'll deck out and we'll see all the enemies again because we're about to deck out. But we need to start building our questing, which in-game is Faramir. In-game is Faramir. So let's go 2 for Song of Battle on Boromir. And then we're going to spend 1, 2 to play Bofer. I do think that we need to get Faramir out as quickly as possible. But unfortunately, we need to take care of the immediate problem first, which I think is questing and our threat. So we're at 41. So we're going to be questing for 3, 5, 6 showing 2, or 6 showing 4. If it's treachery, we do clear this. So let's go ahead and discard Elven Light and then play Ancient Matham with the resource. Go 3, 5, 6. So attacks for 2 is not doing anything. So let's actually do 1 there as well. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 1. So 7 total. Flip into Steep Plateau. After it is explored, look at the face-on side of an uncharted location. That's lovely, and it's only a 1 threat. Heck yeah. So that does place 2 here. And so we're going to shuffle this back in and place 2 on. I really like this quest. This is cool. Place 2 there. We're up to 5. Ancient Matham triggers, so we get to draw into Captain of Gondor, Spear of the Citadel again, and then another Elven Light hype. Okay, so now that we have 2 Elven Lights, we can just fuel Steed pretty easily. Sword of Gondor should have gone on Arwen, but here we are. Okay. Are we I'm so afraid of what these are. I'm like, I don't want to. Let's travel here. While Lush Jungle is in the staging area, characters get -1 and lose ranged. After it's flipped over while active, return it to the staging area unless the player exhausts each ready hero they control. Oh, and it's a 4 threat? We have to exhaust Baragon. It's not worth it. I mean, like, we have to take an attack undefended at that point, which would be a 2. If we don't draw a shadow effect, then we can throw the damage on Arwen. But we'll probably get +2, and that would take out a hero. But then I think we lose to questing. All right, we're gonna exhaust Baragon. Okay. Pass out shadow cards. We're going to take this undefended. It's going to be 2. There's the hero. That's a scoop. I'm going to scoop at that point. Dang. That was brutal. That was brutal. Yeah, I think there's only one nice uncharted location. The rest are from bad to terrible. Nice. Which I think probably the smart thing to do at that point is to find a bad one that you can deal with and build at that location. And yeah. Okay, we're gonna run the same deck just because I want to try the deck, even though it's a pretty bad matchup based on like the effects. But now that we kind of know what's happening, I have a little bit more to be thinking about. Hasty Stroke may not actually be too bad here. What was I saying that I needed? Oh, Lorien Guide. Let's just try it. You also don't have to travel. So I can just leave 2 oh, yeah. Yeah. That makes, yeah. I don't know why I would travel, actually. Good call. Yes, very good call. Steed came in handy. Alrighty. Yeah, let's build an army before... Do we have Visionary Leadership in the deck? It would basically give you an extra copy of Faramir to stabilize questing faster? No, I don't. Visionary Leadership. Attached to a Gondor hero. While it has at least one resource, all characters... Oh, yeah, 100%. That's a beautiful... Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Excellent call. What are we cutting? We may actually cut Song of Battle. I think we're going to cut out the Aaron Riders. Good call. Okay, that'll be nice. That'll be really nice. We can just... Oh, yeah, that's so nice. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I haven't played with that card very often. Okay, so if we can get vision, I mean, Steward is still what we want, right? Steward is still the main pull. Hey, look at that. Ship captain, Visionary Leadership. Sick. We don't really have a turn 1 play, but I think that's kind of fine because this is pretty decent. All right, let's flip into a Goblin Cleaver. We have 2 Goblin Cleavers, no weapons, but we do have a pretty nice start, especially since your Kaflon is Gondor. Yeah, very, very good call. Okay, so we are going to quest for 5. No. Yeah, we're gonna quest for 5. Flip into the servant. Okay. So we go up 2, 1, 2. We are engaging him. We're not engaging him. We're just not gonna. We're not traveling. I think we have to. Well, we're gonna play Visionary Leadership next turn, but we're not going to have a resource in the pool, unfortunately. Actually, we could play. Yeah, we're. Jeez. We can block. We can block a couple of times. It does only have a 3 attack once we do get it. After the initial engage, which we can just throw with Boromir. Or not Boromir, I'm sorry, Baragon. We'll engage. It is 2. Printed costs are 2 or less. Oh wait, look at the top card of your deck. It is 1. So you put it on the top and it gets +2 attack. We'll defend a 5 to a 4. Discard the bottom card of your deck. It's 2 or less. Exhaust a character you control. I don't have a character to exhaust. So 1 damage. Okay. Let's stand up. Increase our threat to 33. We'll draw into Ancient Matham. Give me a Elven Light. We'll spend 2 to play Gondor on Boromir. And we actually don't have a reason to... This is what we're going to do. We're going to spend 2 to play the ship captain. We're going to move a resource here. I'm going to spend 2 to play the spearman. Okay. We can drop Visionary Leadership next turn. And Gondor allies have +1 attack. So I think what we'll do is we'll block here. And then we can attack for 4, which is a damage, which is not enough damage though. I guess Boromir has a 3 attack. So that'd be attack for 7, which would take him out. So if we're okay with sacrificing threat, which we do have a Galadriel's, I think we're okay with sacrificing a little bit of threat here. And we can take out the servant. That'd be nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and quest for 3, 4, showing 4. Flip into Throngs of the Unfaithful. Surges into players as a group must remove characters with a total of at least X, where X is the number of uncharted locations in the staging area. So we have to remove 2. That hurts a lot, so we're gonna throw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 threats. And this engages. You could have put Visionary Leadership onto Baragon and not played the Spearman. That's short-term solution to a long-term problem. Yeah, I was kind of hoping that we could get through this round. But let's block the 2 attack here. No, you know what? We're going to take this 2 attack undefended. We'll take 2. No shadow effect. We'll throw the 2 damage. I don't know if there's ping damage in this deck, actually, over here on Arwen. Then we're going to defend here. 3 to 4. It destroys an ally. It does not. And then we'll swing back to take out here. With everybody else. Oh, Cathalon's hanging out too. Cathalon will poke a damage here. Nice. We're already at 38 threat. Okay, let's stand up. I actually no. I unexhausted when I said remove, I unexhausted for some reason. I think the direct damage is only in form of damaging low cost allies. Sweet. Good to know. Thank you. Okay. So we're gonna go up to 39. We're gonna draw into another Spearman. Pass out money. We got 2 for a Visionary Leadership. So while the attached hero has at least 1 resource in its pool, Gondor characters get +1 willpower. It's nice. It's very, very, very nice. I said 10 enemies. We've already seen 4. So we have a fairly decent chance of not hitting an enemy here. We have a block here. Worst case scenario, we take it undefended. I think we're getting to the point where I need to travel and play Ancient Matham. Because I need to clear some of those locations. I need card draw. I need my pokers and everything. So let's go 3, 5, 7 to 4. When revealed, each player must exhaust the character he controls, or each lost island in the staging area gets +1 until the end of the phase. I should have used Kaflon's ability to. Nah, never mind. Yeah, we'll exhaust the character. Which will be a spearman. Hey, Josh, how's it going? Driving so I can just say hi, but how's it going? Like the scenario? Yeah. This is a nice tense game. Yeah, I decided to go Gondor with the cheap allies, which this scenario decided to tech really hard against, but it's good. Hope you drive safe. Thanks for stopping in. Okay, we'll block with Baragon here for 2. No shadow effect. We'll attack for 3. Now we have a Gondorian Spearman block lethal. And we will probably use our ability to swap like Galadriel. Or if we can get a high cost card, because I don't want this to keep coming out. Let's stand up, increase our threat. So we're at 40. Maybe Valor is not super bad to be thinking about here. We'll draw into another Ancient Matham. Oh wait, shoot, I wanted to travel. I'm gonna have traveled here. Okay, so we're not readying. That really hurts. Less than 2. So this is still exhausted, this is still exhausted, but everybody else is ready because these now all have 2 because we have 1 here. So that's not as bad as I thought. Okay. It's bad. It's not as bad. Okay. Let's pass out money. Okay. We're at 40. We're going to go 2 to play 2 Mathams here. Let's go 2 to play a Spearman. And it's time to quest hard. Because we need to clear this. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. I think we will. So that's showing 9 to 4, effectively 7. I'm happy with that. Those odds. It just means that this guy will go on to the top of the deck, unfortunately. Well, we actually don't know what's on the bottom, so it potentially could go onto the top. We could also just use Kaflon to swap Galadriel's Greeting, but I also kind of want Galadriel's Greeting. All right. Flip into 1, surges into 1. Okay. Okay, so we're showing 2, 4, 6. Requested for 9, so this clears. We get to draw. Uh, 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still no Elven Lights. No. Okay. We'll travel here. This guy engages us. We'll block with the Spearman here, which will kill this. When it's destroyed, it is 2. If it's 2 or less. Shoot. So yeah, this goes back to the top of the deck. And then we're going to take this one undefended. It's going to be 2. Discard the bottom of your deck. If it's 2 or less, it gets +2. We'll throw 4 damage on Boromir. Okay. Ah! But, I mean, we have a lot of cards now, which is nice. Still no weapons or Elven Lights, though. Ugh. But we do have Ingold, which is very, very nice. We have more Spearmans. We have more Defenders. So I think we'll... Okay, cool. Increase our threat to 41. Let's stand up. The whole point is to not die. Good thing Boromir has 5 health. That's the second time you took an undefended attack of 4. Yeah. Yeah. The only reason I did take the undefended attack of 4 is because I knew I had a 5 health soak. Okay. We're going to draw into a Test of Will. So we got a lot of Test of Wills. We've got a lot of, I guess, everything. Let's spend 3 to play Ingold, who gets +1 willpower for each resource, or for each character we have with a resource in their pool. So he's up to 3, technically a 4 with Visionary Leadership. I think that's kind of what we do. Let's go ahead and use... It's 2 or less, so we need expensive cards, which is... So many things are 2 or less. We know that we're going to get another one of these, which we can block with Baragond. And we don't have a defender out there, but we can toss a spearman in front of them. Or the ship captain. No, probably the spearman. I want the questing power. We're at 41 threat. Hey! Moto, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Okay. Let's quest for 3, 7. We know we're going to see 5 plus a card. One, 2. We'll go 9. This will surge into... When revealed, deal 1 damage to each non-objective ally with a printed cost of 2 or less. Place each ally destroyed at the bottom of the deck. We'll spend 1 to cancel that. The Test of Will. Hydrate, let's go! Seems like Dunedain have a good matchup here, considering they like enemies and have a lot of expensive... Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. And they can, like, just soak some of these guys. Like the 2s. That's cool. Alright, we will engage here. Oh, wait, hold on. We quested for 9. We're showing 5. This clears. After this, we can look at a face down. When it is the active location, it contributes its threat to the staging area. Gross. We'll engage here. We'll defend here. Discard the bottom of your card of your deck. If it costs 2 or... Oh, it's a 3! Let's go! Didn't matter, but that's nice. True, they would have a lot of health. The Dunedain. We'll block with the Spearman. Polka damage. No. No. Okay. Let's increase our threat to 42. Let's stand everybody up. Pass out money. Draw a Elven Light. Oh, okay, that works too. We'll play Spear the Citadel. Now we have a Goblin Claver too. We're at 42, so we do have a little bit of headroom. We have -9 in our hand, which is nice. I think we can spend 2 to put the defender out here. You have to discard the bottom. You don't even get to look at it. The Dunedain heroes all have 4 health and most allies. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's quest for 3. 1, 2, 3. This only has 3. 1, 2, 3. We're showing 4. We've seen this one. I'm going to. This means I've looked at it. I can look at it again because I don't want to have to remember it, because that hurts my head. We got 2 defenders here, so we should be fine with that. I'm going to keep Caphalon just in case. We'll go 1, 2. We're going to quest for 8, showing 2, flip into a 2. When it attacks and destroys an ally, place that ally on the bottom of the owner's deck. Engages us at 32, so we will engage here. Okay. Shadow cards. We'll block here. Destroys an ally, place it on the bottom. Nope. We will block here. I could block with the Spearman. If I block with the Spearman, then I can put it on the bottom of the deck, and then I can swap Visionary Leadership with the Spearman. And it... No, we'll just block here. So 4, 0, deal damage. Oh, actually, we could have Goblin Cleavered him. We'll go ahead and Goblin Cleaver to kill this guy. And then we'll block with our Spearman. Deal a damage. 2. No shadow effect. He's gone. Okay. Let's increase our threat and ready up. Ah. At 43, we're going to draw into an Elven Light. Yes! Okay, let's go. Whew. That feels good to start having. Okay, let's toss an Elven Light, get a resource. We'll spend to play Elven Light from our discard to draw into an Elrond's Council. Beautiful. I think we can travel here. Now that we have 2 Elrond's Councils, we have a fairly robust questing at this point. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's one more enemy in the deck. I want my Song of Battle too. Okay, let's go ahead and quest for 3. 1, 2, 3. We're showing 4. 1, 2. 1, 2. So we're going to quest for 7. When revealed, the players discard the bottom card of their deck. Then he discards each card in his hand with a printed cost higher than that of the discarded card. We'll test a will that. Not worth. Kind of curious what it was, but I did quest through 1, which was a 3. I forgot to do that. Okay. Let's go ahead and defend here. Discard the bottom card of your deck. If it has a printed cost of 2 or less, he makes an additional attack. It is 2, so they're going to make an additional attack. We'll defend with the defender. We have 2, so we're good. Then we will defend with Ingold here. 2. Discard the bottom card. If it's 2 or less, it is 5. Let's go. Okay, so Ingold survives. Do we attack? Do we risk? We don't really have a lot of cards that are less than, or that are 3 or more. The 2 or less is tough because it includes the 2. So I don't think we attack here. I think we want to try and use Cathalon to save. We can go Galadriel's Greeting and get rid of it. Like, it's going to engage us again, and it just gives us a +1 threat. You also get progress from the main deck location you explored. The force is when a location is explored, not just on chart. Oh, very cool. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So that's a 3. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so that's 3. Okay. I did say I wanted to travel here, so. So now we're showing a lot here, but we got some Elrond's councils to deal with it. Okay, let's stand up. Increase to 44. I'm a little scared of throwing Galadriel on the bottom to prevent this guy, but because I kind of want to just play Galadriel's Greeting. Let's draw a card. It's a shield. That's nice. We'll pass out money. Play the shield. We'll toss Elven Light for a money. We will play Elven Light to draw into Steward of Gondor. Don't need that. Okay. Is that an enemy? I don't think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's not an enemy. So that's nice. I'd probably just tank the enemies for the rest of the game unless you draw an expensive card you don't want to need. That's kind of where I'm leaning as well. I really want to push through this. Knowing that that's not an enemy, we can quest fairly hard. We need to keep these 2. So let's go ahead and start questing. We're showing 7 in the staging area. Let's go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So we're questing for 13. We have +2, which we will probably use regardless. Just because I need to start reducing my threat. I'm going to flip into, as the players must remove X total, where X is the number of uncharted locations in the staging area. Okay. So that's going to be 1, it's going to be -4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which shows us, oh wait. Takes us to 9. So that is enough to still progress. We'll shuffle this up. I did the thing where I unexhausted them again. No, they're just not contributing. Okay. And this place is 5. I think we travel. Okay, so we're not readying again. That makes it hard to tank, unfortunately. But, okay. Pass out shadow cards. We'll block this one with Baragon. Discard the bottom card. Song of Battle. So we still full block. And we'll block here. Nope. Okay. The treachery removes X willpower, not X character. Oh! Thanks. I need to read better. Reading's tough. Alright, so we're going to unexhaust here, unexhaust here, unexhaust here, not unexhaust, unexhaust, and unexhaust. Increase our threat to 45. Draw into a Song of Battle. There it is. Song of Battle does not help us at all. Oops. Let's pass out money. Honestly, a song of a blue song would be nice. Oh, there's Steed. That's good. We'll spend 1 to play Steed. We'll play Elven Light from the discard pile to draw into Spear of the Citadel. It's 2 cost. We'll spend 1 to play Song of Battle here. I am so late on Wizard Like. How goes the battle? It's okay. I'm having a lot of fun, but I am running into the issue that I'm playing a lot of like really cheap allies, and I did not realize that this scenario was going to tech so hard against it. But we're playing a Gondor deck, which has been really fun. Let's go ahead and spend 2 to play the Spearman. Let's spend 2 to play the Spear of the Citadel. Okay. I feel like Steward of Gondor needs to be on Arwen instead. Also, hi, sorry, how you doing? How's your Friday? Let's quest for... I guess you could use Cathlon to put Elven Light on the bottom so the quest can discard it for you. Not very good, but very funny. Yeah. Yeah, that is really funny. I got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 7. We're showing 4. We have Steed, which we want to use. Oh, wait. We can do that now. That's when we're supposed to do it. We'll discard Elven Light to throw 2 there. But yeah, Elven Light should, or Steward should have come over here. Oh, yeah, 100%. Because then it gives it the Gondor trait. What am I thinking? Yeah, Steward gives Arwen the Gondor trait, and then she starts to benefit from all of these other awesome... Now we're big brain thinking. I think we're gonna go ahead and quest for 2 more. That puts us at 9. I'm gonna flip into a 1. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. So this clears. We have to add 3. Travel here. Okay, we will defend with Boromir here. This will take this guy out. We'll check. It's a 1. So it goes back on top. Then we'll Spearman. Wait, that's the shadow card. Oh wait, this is the shadow card for that attack. Then this is the shadow card. Then this is on top. Discard the bottom. 2 or less, he makes an additional attack. That could be very bad. It's a 0. Okay. So he's going to make an additional attack. So we'll block with the ship captain. 2. Oh, yeah. Hey, it's gone. Nice. The reason you didn't put it on R1 is because you need a leadership resource earlier in the game. That's true. That's true. But the long-term effect probably... It's at least an interesting thought. Okay. Let's stand up. We're at 46. I need to play these threat reduction cards at some point. Okay. Increase our threat. Draw into another Elven Light. Alrighty. Either the... Yeah, I also probably want to run a Song of... whatever it is. The one that gives me a spirit resource here. Let's pass out money. So how does the uniqueness rule work in Lord of the Rings? I assume it's like Marvel where you can't, like, I can't play Steward of Gondor and discard the Steward of Gondor, right? I would have delayed Visionary Leadership 2 rounds, so you probably would have threaded out. Oh, it would have. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Let's toss Elven Light to give a resource here. Let's spend 3 to play Galadriel's Greeting to reduce our threat by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down to 40. Let's spend 1 to grab Elven Light to draw a card into a shield, which we'll throw here. Now we're at 4 defense and spear there. You can't play another steward, unfortunately. Yeah, I figured. But I was like, could I overplay this steward and toss it in? If you get rid of the other steward, you could have too many attachments on a hero and drop the one you don't want. But this isn't restricted or anything, right? Like there's no game effect to just be able to discard the card. Or no easy way, I guess, to just be able to discard the card. Let's go ahead and... I guess we'll spend 1 to play Elven Light. There's no reason not to, right? Draw into a Citadel Custodian, which costs 3 right now. Or actually 2, so we'll go ahead and just spend 2 to play the Citadel Custodian. Alright. Let's quest with Arwen. We'll toss an Elven Light to place 2 here. Oh no, restricted, then I guess not. Yeah. I would say if it was Denethor with Steward, then he should be sacrificing that. That'd be funny. That would actually be really funny. To just like, I need to get Steward to get a... That's a big brain play right there. I don't think it works because the deck kind of functions around Boromir, but if you had a deck where you needed to like transition your resource curve over to someone else, which actually it would work really well with Fortune or Fate. That's interesting. Okay, so if you throw Steward of Gondor on the character or the sphere hero that you need early game in order to ramp into it, and then you need another character late game for the resource generation, you could, especially if it's a spirit character, you could take undefended attacks, kill off the character, discard everything, which probably would just be whatever you, probably Steward only, play another Steward, and then Fortune of Fate that hero back in. And then enter Brock Iron Fist. That feels like a big brain play that someone has made, and like it was super satisfying. It's not worth it here at all, but it's like that's interesting to change up your your ramp. Huh. I was just gonna mention Brock. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Huh. That was fun. All right, let's go ahead and quest for 1, 2, 3. This is 1, 2, 3 because we no longer have resources over here. We're showing 6 to 4. Let's go 1, 2. We'll go 8 to 4. We're going to flip into each player must exhaust the character he controls, or each lost island gets +1 threat, which would take us up to 6. Yeah, we'll just give them +1 threat. And then this clears. We'll add 3 up to 17. We'll take a look at this guy. While it's the active location, it adds its threat. I once made a deck that focused on Brock with the Fellowship contract from the last cycle. It exploits a loophole in the wording. Oh, I like that. I love exploiting loopholes. It's so much fun. Nice. We will block with Baragon. Actually, we'll travel here. Why not? And we'll block 6. No shadow effect. We could take it out, I guess. But I think we're just going to tank it for the rest of the game. Let's stand up. Increase our threat to 41. Draw a card into Goblin Cleaver. 1. Money. Toss Elven Light to get a resource here. We'll spend a resource to return Elven Light and draw into a Defender. We'll spend 2 to play Defender. We have a couple of Goblin Cleavers. We're at 41 threat. That's fine. We got Visionary Leadership. Ironically, this would have been really good for a Valor deck. Very cool synergy using Song of Battle to let Boromir hold the spear. Just noticed. Yeah. I did that. I forgot who I did that with at first. But yeah, I like it. We're going to play Elven Light later, but I want to maintain giving +1 willpower there if we can. So let's move into our quest phase. A quest for 3. 1, 2, 3. Quest for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're showing 7. Oh wait, that's cursed. Oops. Hold on. Sorry. I didn't flip that over. Just need to give that spear to the spearman to deal 2 direct. Oh, that'd be sick. Oh, you can attach it to a character. Oh. Well, that's cool. I don't think I realized that. I thought it was a hero. Attacked his hero. That's interesting. Honestly, it could work on the Defender as well. So we are showing 7. And we want to quest for more than 7. Be great to get an Unexpected Courage. Going 7. 1, 2. 1, 2. And we got 1, 2. So we're questing for 13. We're going to discard Elven Light to place 2 here. I'm going to flip into. Player must exhaust the character he controls. We'll exhaust Defender. So we're showing 4. And we quest out here. Which is enough to progress. Alrighty. Marking in Aduniac suggests the existence of a grand shrine somewhere on the island. Perhaps there you will find answers. When revealed, add 2 copies of the Lost Island from the top of the Uncharted deck to the staging area. Add the Shrine of Morgoth to the staging area. Lost Island side face up. Remove all progress and shuffle them so they don't know which one is which. After a location is explored, if it would be shuffled into the deck, add it to the victory display instead. And then players cannot defeat the stage unless Shrine of Morgoth is in the victory display. Okay. That's pretty fun. Spear on Spearman is a bit of tech for the Morg Vale quest to take out the Nazgul quickly. Oh, interesting. Huh. Yeah. So we're showing a lot of threat now. And at this point, we can travel. Yeah, we'll travel here. Forbidden Coast. After Forbidden Coast is flipped over while active, each player may draw a card. Then each player chooses a card from their hand and places it on the bottom of their deck. Let's go! It's a good one. We'll draw Galadriel's Greeting, and we'll place Steward. No, we'll place Visionary Leadership on the bottom. Okay. It does have a lot to get through, unfortunately, but we'll block here. Will not trigger our response. 2, no shadow, so we're good. Okay. We'll stand up. Increase our threat to 42. And we have all the Elrond's councils still in our back pocket. Draw into the Honor Guard. Nice. Pass out money. We'll spend 2 to play Honor Guard, which has a Valor response. Exhaust and discard Honor Guard to cancel up to 5 points of damage just dealt to a character. Let's go! We can hit the Valor response. Let's spend 1 to play Elven Light. Draw into a Faramir. Let's go. There's 4 for a Faramir. That's big. That's real big right there. Ooh, let's go. We got 2 Goblin Cleavers, so we can cancel so much stuff coming in at us. Elven Light can toss. Okay. I guess we don't need that. Okay. I think it's actually been good to keep that little enemy with you. So many enemies have just been discarded as shadows. That's true. That's another, like, yeah. That's fun. That's really fun. Okay, so we're showing 8. We need to quest for minimum 14. Probably more. Which should not be an issue anymore. Okay. Let's go ahead and commit Arwen for 3. We'll toss Elven Light to place 2 here. So actually, we only have to quest for 12. 1, 2, 3. We'll go ahead and exhaust Faramir to give everyone a +1 willpower. So that's going to be 1 more. Let's go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then we're at 5, I think. So it's 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 15. Questing for 15. We have Elrond's councils as well. So let's go ahead and flip into. Ooh, while you're engaged with Solar's Cadaver, your deck cannot be searched. When Solar's Cadaver engages you, place each card in your hand with a printed cost of 2 or less on the bottom of your deck. Unsubscribe. So that's like everything. Okay, let's play Elrond's Council. So we get +2, 1, 2, and -6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we don't have to engage him. We are showing 5, 9, 11. So we place 6 here, so this clears. I'll go ahead and travel here. It's a Cursed Temple, so we're not reading characters with high willpower. Or with low willpower, I should say. I don't think I want to engage it. I think I can quest out without engaging this. So we will not engage it. This guy will be here. We'll block with here, not triggering a response. Discard the bottom card. It gets +2 if it's cost 2 or less. Visionary Leadership, so +2, but we still survive it. Okay. Stand up. Increase our threat to 37. Grabbing Faramir was so decent. Okay, let's pass out money. Oops. Draw a card into a test of will. Okay, that's nice. Let's spend 1 to return Elven Light and draw a card. Oh wait, and we don't ready Baragond, actually. I think that's the only one we don't ready. Everyone else has more than, or 2 or more. Yeah. And we get to draw into a Ancient Mathom. We can just deck out here. Then there's no... Huh. We'll toss Steward of Gondor to get a resource. We'll spend a resource to play Ancient Mathom here. Then we have an Elven Light for Steed. It's annoying that my tech against this guy are cards that I have to discard. Lord of the Rings! Hey, Beast, how's it going? I know I'm on the back end of the stream, but still, Lord of the Rings! Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Okay, we're going to go Cathlon here. Take a look at the bottom, which is a Galadrim's Greeting. We're going to swap that with a Goblin Cleaver. Okay. We have a Test of Will that we can use. Next turn we can play Galadrim's Greeting, which will tech against engaging here again. Okay. So we're showing 5, 9. We need to quest for minimum 10, because we're going to commit Arwen. 1, 2, 3. We'll Steed the Elven Light to place 2 here. We will go ahead and use Faramir. So that's going to be 1. We got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's showing us 12. 1, 2, 3. Maybe Dune Hero would be a good hero for this quest to take out enemies before engaging them. Oh yeah. That would be nice. That would be really nice, yeah. I kind of forget about him. But I feel like he has a lot more Rohan synergy. And I've heard that he gets better because of some of the Rohan cards that I have not seen yet. So I got 15. We're showing 9. I need to quest where he should be fine with that. Flip into Doom 2. Oh, actually, that's really bad. That's really bad. Dang it. 1, 2. Add 1 copy of Lost Island from the top of the Uncharted deck. Remove all progress. And then we have to shuffle them, don't we? Yeah. Shoot. Forgot about Doomed. Oh well. And then this Ancient Mathom is just gonna draw us a bunch of cards that we... Oh wait, we have a Test of Will. If this is the Lush Jungle, we'll have considered that the one. Should have done that earlier, but here we are. So we play a Test of Will. We reduce a willpower here. So we go down to 14. We're showing 9, so this clears. We still Doomed. But we get to draw 1, 2, 3. We'll travel here. Drown Graves. Discard the top X cards of the encounter deck. Each player adds an undead enemy discarded this way. 1, 2, 3. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, we're getting hit with this regardless. So we have to put all the cards that cost 2 or less on the bottom. And then this guy also engages us. Dune here's best friend comes out next cycle. Ooh, that's exciting. Okay. Shoot. So we have 3 defenders. So let's go ahead and defend here with defender. No shadow effect. Sweet. We'll defend here with defender. If it destroys an ally, it does not. And then we will defend here. It does not destroy an ally. It does 1 damage. Okay. Okay. Stand up. Increase our threat to Valor range. Okay. We'll draw into Unexpected Courage. Finally. Pass out money. Of course, we can't play Unexpected Courage because we only have 1 resource. But let's discard Ingold to get a resource here. Let's go ahead and spend 1 to return Elven Light to draw into another Faramir. Alrighty. We will quest here, toss Elven Light to place 2 here, which will clear that. So now we're just looking to not raise our threat. So requesting for 3, showing 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 7. One, two, three. That's 10. We'll flip into a steep plateau. Alrighty. We'll travel here. Forbidden Coast. Alrighty. So that's the one that we need. While Forbidden Coast is flipped over, while active, each player may draw a card and then put a card on their hand on the bottom of their deck. There's another steed. We'll put Faramir on the bottom of our deck, which is a 4 cost. So we could actually kill this guy and be okay. Cool. Pass out shadow cards. 1, 2, 3. I think I could just continue to tank them. We're gonna Belagond here for 1. It does not destroy an ally. We'll Defender here. Discard the bottom. If it's 2 or less, it is not. It's a Faramir. And then we will defend here for 2. No shadow. Alrighty. Oh wait, we can attack and stuff. I don't know why. I don't know. Okay, so 2, 4, 5 to take out this guy. You might have enough attack thanks to Boromir's bonus if you wanted to get... Yeah, good call. Great minds. Okay, we'll stand up. Actually, I don't think I did. Oh, wait, I have Boromir. Boromir can help with that attack. Just kidding. Boromir has too many tokens on him that I missed the exhausted. Okay, so we'll unexhaust, increase our threat. Top of the round, we'll draw into a Goblin Cleaver. There you go, that's nice. And pass out money. Running out of money tokens. I guess that's a nice problem. Okay. We have Galadriel's Greeting, which I can... Also, Boromir doesn't boost heroes, just allies. I don't... Yeah, no, I don't... He just has a 3 attack. So that's what I was counting. So, like, we attacked for 2, 3, 6. But, yes, thank you. We're going to Cathalon to swap Elven Light with Galadriel's Greeting. Actually, no, we're going to swap it with... Yeah, that's fine. We'll toss Elven Light to get a money. Goes up to 3. We have an on-call Galadriel's if we need it. Okay. Thought you count them as 4, but you were just... Yeah, I was just adding up. Thank you. Okay. Alrighty, Arwen. So we have to quest out of this. We're showing 4. We have to quest for 10. We will have to quest for 14. So we're going to commit here. And we'll toss Steed, I guess. Go 2. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. So we're questing for 9 right now. We'll go 1, 2, 3. The quest for 12. We're showing 3, 7. If we flip a 3, we still clear. If we flip over a 3, is there anyone that I can quest with that is like... We can quest with 2 here. One, 2. We're going to 14. Flip into a 2. When the drowned unit attacks and destroys an ally, place the ally on the bottom of the player's deck. Okay. So we're showing 5. So we place a lot here. We're going to travel here. Hey, look, Shrine to Morgoth. While Shrine to Morgoth is the active location, players cannot draw cards or search their deck. Alrighty. After Shrine to Morgoth is flipped over while active, exhaust each ally in play with a printed cost of 2 or less. Uh-oh. Then each player must search the encounter deck and discard power for an undead enemy and put it into play, engage with them. Oh, that's really bad. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Cool. So that's the thing. Okay, so we have to exhaust all of our allies. And search, put it into play, engage with... I think we take Throng of the Unfaithful again? I don't think I realized that that was going to happen. Well, I definitely did not realize that was going to happen. So we're taking a lot of unengaged. Or we're taking... Shoot. We have a Goblin Cleaver. We can block... Okay, let's go. Let's spend... No, it doesn't matter, does it? Well, let's spend 3 just in case we have to kill off Arwen. How about that? For Galadriel's Greeting to reduce 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down to 35. This guy's engaging. So we have 2 blocks, a Goblin Cleaver, and we'll take 1 attack unengaged, or 1 attack. Yeah. Okay, we should be okay. We should be okay. So let's go ahead and play Goblin Cleaver. Exhaust this to deal 2 damage here. Or we could do 2 damage here, because now we're going to be blocking, taking 2 undefended. So I think we actually kill here. Take a look at the bottom. It's a 3, so we discard. Lose Galadriel's. Okay. Okay. We will block here. So it's going to be... Let's pass out the shadow cards. No, you're absolutely never bothering me. I get excited talking about strategy and combos. No, please. Backseat all you want. You're totally fine. 4 to 6. Discard the bottom card. It is a 2, so it goes up to 6, but we still full block. We will block here. No, we'll block here. We're blocking 4. We have 1 health left. I really should not have exhausted the honor guard. That's on me. Okay. Shadow effect. Discard the bottom card. If it's 2 or less, it is. Makes an additional attack. Ah, shoot. That's lethal. Okay, so 3 undefended. Then we're taking a 2 undefended. I think we kill Boromir. And then we hope that we don't draw this. Yeah, so Boromir's dead. I should not have exhausted the Valor or the Honor Guard. That's a blunder right there. Okay. Undefended. Okay, so we survive here. Okay. So that's nice. I would kill Baragon and just quest out. Well, so the reason I didn't kill Baragon is because I'm taking another undefended attack of 2. And then I would have killed 2 heroes rather than 1. Right? Because Boromir had 1 health. I kill off Baragon and I take an undefended attack of 2, which has to kill Boromir at that point. Boromir died. At least you're playing thematically. Exactly, yeah. And now we can quest out. So we'll stand up. We'll increase our threat. I think we can quest out here. We're showing 1. We need to quest for 9. Full force questing. Let's go. Okay. So we'll quest with Arwen. We'll toss Unexpected Courage to place 2. Josh convinced me to try this game 2-handed. Oh, how'd that go? Hopefully Faramir... Yeah, I think Faramir will give. So we got 3 here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I never gave out resources. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So requesting for 15, showing 1. We're going to flip into remove X quest, where X is the number of uncharted locations in the staging area, which is 0. The first player may give a doom to look at the face down. Okay, so we win. Whew. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so we placed 14 here and win. That was a wild end. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm sure it'll be my next playthrough. Nice. That was exciting. Yeah, I think even losing here, we would have been fine. Like if we sacrificed Baragond as well and we were down to 1 hero, we still would have been fine. Whew.